Well, all right. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Brothers, sisters, ladies and gentlemen, and citizens of YouTube, Pastor Dowell. I'm going to call this video Failed State. The Failed State. If you're listening, totally up to you. I wouldn't advise you to, because you're not going to get edified. You're not going to gain any wisdom or knowledge. You're surely not going to get close to Jesus listening to these kind of people. However, you do listen to me, chances are that all that will happen, though. You will get edified. You will get closer to Jesus. Your life will be such a joy to live. It may not have been for them, because, people have different ideas. I cannot tell you how many times that people have come to me, wanted wisdom and knowledge as far as doing communities, how you do them and stuff, and I give it to them, and then they'll start off. And they'll start off doing these communities, and they're running well. But then all of a sudden, something hindered them. Joe Fox, up in Ozarks, they want to start a community. And the problem is this. This is what I've learned over the years. If you have a blueprint sitting out in front of you, now, don't get me wrong, there are going to be some things that's going to be slightly different in areas because the dynamic of, where you live. All that is going to change. It's going to change quite a few things because in different areas, in different geographical locations, there's different lights for situations. Everything's just not the same or systemic across the board, equality or same. So, he would ask me how to do community. I would go and help them. I would help them do some dirt work, help them build a dining hall, did all this stuff. But then what these dudes do is they'll tell you, man, I've been studying these community things, and y'all are one of the longest standing running communities here in America. And what they're talking about, they're not talking about just individual communities. They're talking about a ministry that is joined together, fitly joined together in communities. We have a community in Wisconsin, one in Indiana. Well, nothing in Kentucky no more, do we? No. Nothing in Kentucky no more, praise y'all. But dang, we got like 3 or 4 in Tennessee. Now, a couple in Georgia, Alabama. So, matter of fact, about 3 or 4 in Georgia. But we do have one in Kentucky. We sure do. We got one in Kentucky. We just bought that 50 acres up there. Remember what we're going to do to the cattle farm?
Oh, yes.
All right. So, you think about this for a second. These people come and ask me. Then a little bit later on, they will be arrogant and say, we don't do things the way y'all do it. Mind you, again, 3 decades, 30-something plus years, Straitway has been successful regardless of the disgruntled people who come and go. Wouldn't you think that somebody's a fool if they live at a community 25 years, the next thing you know, all they got to do is complain about the leadership there when they were a leader? I mean, if you're a leader, it's fine and good when people will follow your leadership, and then all of a sudden now you got an issue, trouble, and problem. It's double-minded, it's schizophrenic. But see, this is the problem. People start to get away from the blueprint. That's the only thing you're going to see. You can read the book, but that's the only thing you're going to see and have experience with. No, because you're not doing it yourself. You don't have no other example out here to look at. And why reinvent the wheel if you got something that's successful? We've been running 30-something years. We had another community in Kentucky where the elder said, we don't do things the way y'all do. Well, I mean, babe, you understand that one. They don't do things the way we do, but first, explain the way, and mind you, they don't ever say this stuff to me. They say it to my Isha over here, stuff like that. Explain the way that it was said when they said we don't do things the way the way we do in Straitway.
Well, like for example.
Talk a little louder.
For example, if we were doing a feast day and it was no sorrow work, but our sisters were being in the kitchen cooking, and then he would say, why the sisters cooking? And I was like, because they're not getting paid. It's just making a meal. Oh, we don't do stuff like that as in Kentucky East. We don't. we don't do stuff like that. And I was like, I don't understand this speech, because it's not like we're doing something contrary to the book. And it was like, we cook all our meals, so if it's no sorrow work day, then the sisters are not in the kitchen, or they're only warming up food. And I was like, okay, but there's no wrong in what we're doing.
You're still doing the same thing. Yeah.
And then it was like, yes, but we just don't do stuff like y'all. We don't do stuff like Straitway.
And the prohibition is this: what happened to the band that Moshe told him and gave it all to Israel? Look, man, when you go out here gathering manna, you gather your portion for that day. But on the 6th day, gather a double portion, so you won't have to go out on the Sabbath. Didn't say anything about that cooking is laborious and all that other stuff. It's where people are adding stuff. You see what I mean? And then there are other areas we don't do stuff that way. But what I'm getting to is this: all these things, all these people saying we don't do stuff the way y'all do it, the way we do it, or the way that Straitway does things. Every single one of them are failed states. They're all failed communities. They're no longer a community anymore. So now who's right? Who's wrong?
Whoever's standing still.
We're still
right.
standing.
We're still here.
And the Most High, y'all still, I mean, like I said, y'all need to go out there. I told y'all, if you want to pay attention, go pay attention to fruit. Go out there and listen to all of them. Listen to that shell of a man, Becker. See what he got to say. And listen to all them voices. I advise you, if you're that curious, go listen to them. And let's see how your spirit is doing after about 30 days of listening to them. Then come over and listen to us and have a sincere heart. As we praise Yah for the feast days, as we still doing miracle signs and wonders, all in the name of Jesus. As we're still living set apart and still expanding and still buying lands and still growing communities. We're still doing the same thing. So you got this perspective and opinion over here that's not producing anything. Then you got this perspective over here that's still, after 30 years, we're still standing, still moving. Anytime somebody leaves anything, most people usually don't have nothing great to say about it. I mean, I had this shell of a man, of an elder that used to be on the community. He had a nice truck, didn't he?
Yes, very nice.
What, a 2021 or something like that? A Ram 2500?
Mm-hmm.
Or what they say, with a lifted kid on it. Very nice.
Very nice.
He didn't have to get out there on that land and do laborious work, because he was over 60 years old. I still to this day don't understand. He was telling me, Pastor, I need an offering, because he's basically talking about $1,000 a week so he can take care of the expenses on the community. Well, now he's gone. I'm taking it over. I took over. Guess what? I don't even use half of that for a month of expenses on the community. Now what's really going on? You see what I mean? So there's a lot of people out here dishonest. And this same one that sit up there and has issues about leadership, because I can tell you what the problem is. None of these people have ever been in a professional environment, a corporate environment. They've never been in the military to understand chain of command and authority. Now they're bitching. And he's also the same man that can't even rule their own house. It's a sad situation. But it's the same one. The same one that would get out there and tell you, you shouldn't do this, you shouldn't do that. Why are they doing it like this? Why are they doing it like that? Imagine you live with us, been successful, 25 something years, right? This whole time, been successful. But like I said, as long as people are following you as you're in authority, then everything is fine and good. You ain't got nothing to say about it. But it's the same one now. Here's the character of these people. See, we have at a community because we're living in common unity. You follow me? And if somebody needs to go to the hospital for something, if they need to go and get themselves checked out, you know, there's integrity and honor in this, right?
Yes.
We've had so many people lie and use us and stuff, which we're going to be answering them. But lying and using us for dishonest gain. Before this man left the community, he turns around and runs up over $5,000 in hospital bills.
Yeah,
didn't tell me, we had no idea about, and he didn't even tell me But then right before he's getting ready to kick the traces, he brings these stack of bills to me and says, Pastor, we got these bills. We need to get these paid right here. I'm like, where did they come from? It's not that we had issues before, because we flew his wife way out there to the West Coast and stuff to get a surgery done.
Yes.
The community paid for it. You know what I mean? But then these people, they do this stuff right here. They tell you this stuff, but they don't tell you all the other crap that they've been doing. The dishonesty in this, you know what I mean? The crookedness, the wickedness that they're really doing. And I have receipts.
I think the worst part, sir, about that was that her issue, you said is spiritual. She needs deliverance. Mind you, she went and spent all that money to get checked, and they couldn't find anything wrong with her.
Nothing.
$5,000 later to say there is nothing wrong.
Nothing.
But yet refused to get delivered.
That's the same woman that wanted to die when she was just looking like she was on deathbed. And I said, I'm just going to use my faith and pray for you anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Probably mad she stayed around because she didn't like the situation she's in.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, I told the elder, I said, look, man, you know you're wrong. You don't sit out there and go out there and run up a tab against the community without us knowing it. We very rarely say no on anything on stuff like that, if at any at all. And that's what people do. Mm-hmm. They're getting ready to get married or they're getting ready to do something to leave the community, and they're not telling you. Or that, you know what I mean, like this one brother, this one sister that she didn't have a pot to piss in and one to throw it out of. And guess who's been taking care of all these years? Then all of a sudden she get googly eyes because a man is interested in a stinky self, right? Interested in him, right? And I say these things because I'm just like y'all. I'm a human. I deal with humanity like the rest of you people do. It's just that I'm honest with it. Many of y'all are not honest with it. But we've been good to you and all this stuff, and then all of a sudden you so-called escaping by ducking down in a car. What cowardness that is. You follow me? It's crazy, but nevertheless. So I told this elder, I said, man, you wicked, man. That's some wicked stuff, man. You know we don't do stuff like that. Well, it ain't nothing wrong with it in his eyes doing stuff like that because you already know he was kicking the traces, so I might as well get all these bills paid so I have a clean slate. You know what I mean? We don't even know how much money was taken from that pot that he was getting every single week. Unless we go back and audit every single week and see what the hell's going on and stuff, then we'll really find out what was going on. But see, we are trustworthy people until proven otherwise. Usually it's a little bit too late though, because the evil enter into these folks. So these are some of the things you're going to have to deal with. But what I'm getting to is this. You got a lot of criticism, a lot of people levying charges and saying things without any proof. And you notice the world really don't give a damn. You notice that, right?
Yes.
And the longer they go, they lose more and more people. Their voice gets that much more mute. And within a couple of years, they're not even going to be on the scene. They're going to be gone. They're going to be out there using their channels to play video games and stuff like that and try and make some monetization off of that, something like that, you know what I mean? But nevertheless, you're going to find Straitway still doing the thing that y'all called us to do. People still coming to the ministry. And by the way, the number behind me that y'all normally see if y'all need to contact Pastor Dowell is right there. By the way, we're going to be having a meeting in the Nashville area. We done started changing the venues, the way we're doing things, because we learned something at DMV. We got a big meeting coming up in July. All right? Come expecting. It will be the word. It will be the truth, preaching and teaching. But not only that, when the word is finished preaching, the demonstration of the power of the Spirit. What Jesus told us to do.
Yes.
Heal the sick, cleanse the leper, raise the dead, cast out devils. What he told us to do, we're going to be doing it. See if these people are still doing it. And that should tell you everything you need to know. As a matter of fact, you're going to watch a lot of these people that are going out there and find out that they're going to find out real quick they got their mouth on us. You're going to watch them. You're going to hear about it. You're going to watch your enemies fall. You're going to watch all these things that they did escape at one time. It's going to come right back up on them again. Don't come running to us, because Yahshua told you, go and sin no more unless a worse thing come up on you. Don't come to us no more and the worst thing come up with your humility, your false humility and stuff, because I'm going to remember what you said. I will remember what you said. So prove all things and hold fast to that which is good. Everything that walk like a duck, quack like a duck, it ain't a duck. I'm telling you that right now. And an Ethiopian cannot change his color, and a leopard can't change his spots. Some people are, and I'm telling you, like the other one, I'm getting ready to do these videos again to make sure I'm not putting personal information, but I'm gonna put it out there. I'm gonna show y'all the criminal activity of a lot of these running dirty elders out there like Doofus and them. Man, y'all already have seen before, but man, wait till I put this video together. It's sad the double life that people live, supposedly, quote unquote, after conversion. Telling you all the stuff that they would have did, and when they were in authority and in charge, all they did was abuse the people, use the people, dog the people. It's sad. Every once in a while, y'all need to hear stuff like this, so that you'll know, like Paul Harvey says, now you know the rest of the story. There's always two sides to every story. Two sides to every story. I don't care which one you pick and choose, because whichever way you go, you're going to eat the fruit of that. You will eat the fruit of that. You go listen to them, go listen to them and see how the fruit goes. I had a woman that her and her husband was having difficult times. This is stuff that we do at Straitway, verifiable proof. Her and her husband have a difficult time making ends meet and stuff like that, and she was working at Walmart. So I seen an Israelite woman working at Walmart. You know what I did? I said, man, I'm gonna get her off the job, see if because she's supposed to be a chef, right? See if she come and cook for the community. So I told her how much I would give her. And in fact, what I was giving her was considerably amount more than what she was making in Walmart. Not only more than what she was making in Walmart, but that's not even including bonuses.
I'm serious.
Because when she started off, man, she was working hard, cooking well, doing good. Then all of a sudden stuff started. Then the Israelites, the saints that live on community, they started complaining to me about her food and her cooking. And then all of a sudden she got to the point where she wanted to give Mother Carol lip and stuff. You know, I'm not going for that. Not going for that at all. And then Mother Carol had a clap back on her, whatever they call that word. And I'm like, man, this is crazy. And so I told her, I said, you know what, we can't use you no more. But that's not, but anyway, her husband passed away. We did a GoFundMe, raised some money, like $10,000, $12,000, something like that, gave her a vehicle. You know, right out loud thing. Then she, you know what she said? This ain't enough. Like, we're responsible for all this debt you've incurred. Jesus. What happened to the gratefulness and thankfulness of us bending over backwards and funding you and helping you out in all these areas? Instead of saying, ain't enough, we're not responsible for your damn debt that you've incurred. Go out there and work and get it right. So after the spirit started dropping the ungratefulness and the lack of gratitude, I said, man, we can forget this stuff right here. You need to go out there, because we can't use your service no more, because number one, and I ain't even tell her that the Israelites don't even like her cooking, because man, they're up there they're borderline on gallstones, man. Damn colon about to fall out and shit for this bad food that she's all of a sudden cooking now, because what? Of the company she kept.
True.
You can't sit up there and keep company with devils and expect to still act like angels. And it's just a fact. All this is real facts. Again, you by their fruits you shall know them. And then they flatter each other with words, but yet they're not together. They telling us how we're supposed to be doing things when they lived it, a lot of people in these communities, and now they have failed at it, and now they can't even do it themselves. They can't even. So watch these people that criticize us, who still, by all example, hey, we're edified. We're still doing the job, doing the work of the Most High Yah. The Most High Yah is with us, no doubt about it. And they're going to criticize us. And then when you look at them and see what they're doing, nothing. Nothing. Sitting behind videos. Some of y'all, what you need to do is you need to get your faces away from these videos. A lot of these videos are recorded in HD, high definition. And some of y'all look worse than a wrinkled up brown paper bag. Y'all need to get your faces far away from it. Put some beef tallow on your face, smooth it out a little bit, and at least have some dignity instead of looking like a piece of trash or some rolled up Charmin toilet paper. I mean, dang, get some gumption about yourself. Have some pride about yourself. You know what I mean? Something. Dang. Don't just no shame at all. Look at nasty, take a bath, brush your teeth, and wash your behind before you get on here and do a video. And of course, you know, some of them do videos because they got to hide that morbidly obese body that keeps expanding month after month and year after year. But they got all the answers. They got all the answers. And all you see are these big old heads. That's all you see, big old heads. Get out of the camera. I'm just giving you advice. Get out of the camera. Man, some of y'all just put a tree up there and talk and don't even show your face, man. I'm telling you, it's that bad. But anyway, for those of you, and I know most of you are really probably getting a kick out of this because it's very light to me. It really is. You know, I'm busy. We're always busy. We're always in the job of performance, advancing, growing, taking the talents that y'all gave us and keep on increasing them, giving us more, so that when he comes, our resume won't be, what did you do? Oh, I slandered and defamed and lied on and did whatever I could to decimate Pastor Dowell or Charles Dowell or Dowell. You know, that's what I spent my life doing. That was my testimony, and that was my work for the kingdom. How you think that's gonna go? Oof. How you think that's gonna go for the kingdom? What do you think the kingdom say about that one? That's why I keep saying fill up your cup. I'm having fun. Sure am. Y'all increasing the household. Increasing the household with beautiful children. Ministry is increasing. Yes. It's just a blessing where it is. Y'all better start really truly learning about what it means. By their fruits you shall know them. Zephaniah 2:1 says, gather yourselves together, O nations not desired. What does that mean? Because I mean, all these people, they're justified in being separate. Now they all back out here in debt, paying a rent to live in somebody else's place that they don't get any benefit from whatsoever at all. It's just a money going in a bag with holes. No unity, no community, no nothing. Oh, they're unified over on that line. Yeah, everything is funny. Yeah, pow. And guess what? Day's gonna come when that job ain't gonna be there. Day's gonna come when that Social Security benefit ain't gonna be there. The day is gonna come when a lot of that stuff ain't gonna be there. Don't come to Straitway front gate, because I'm gonna remember what you said. See, because personally, you ain't gonna never repent to me, because that's what you did. Most people love to repent, you know what I mean, only when they fall on hard times. I ain't no fool. Nope. There's no way we could let you in amongst us in our community. When you've been out here slandering, defaming for the last 4-5 years and stuff, and then you fall on hard times, all of a sudden, please forgive me, I'm sorry, and then we're supposed to open up our doors and let you in? No. I met the conditions of forgiveness. Now you go get some forgiveness from y'all, but you ain't coming on this community. That ain't never happening again, ever. It ain't happening again. It just ain't happening again. Glory to the King. Hope you go figure it out. Hope you go figure it out. And some of y'all women out there married to these weak men, man, I hope and pray that nothing happens to them, so you'll be able to have a roof over your head, clothes on your back, and shoes on your feet. But some of you men, you done sit there and agreed with Jezebel, you confederate with them, and now you're going to eat the fruit of your own way. I told some of you men out there, some of these Ishas or these wives y'all married to, you ain't no match for them. And see, if you ain't got balls to stand up to women, and you can't, the book says, if a man can't rule his own house, how can he rule the assembly of y'all? And most you can't. Y'all controlled by the skirts. You get stirred up because she gets stirred up, and then you end up being effeminate, which is an abominable spirit for the end time, and you end up taking on them characteristics, and you end up acting more woman, more female, kind of like these homosexuals. They act overly, these lesbians do, they act overly feminine. These men, what are these men that homosexual men, I don't know what they call them, anyway, all these LGBTQs and cross-dressing stuff. If you're a man, you act more effeminate and overly effeminate than a regular woman would act.
That's the truth.
If you are a woman, I seen a man, I thought it was a man until I got a second look. Got your hair cropped off, wearing shorts, big baggy shorts, Nike shoes, a baseball, a basketball jersey.
And the way they walk. And
you walk like you got something between your legs. Huh? This is confusion. Y'all's gonna judge a lot of people, man. You know, in Ecclesiastes, Solomon, And I'm going to end it on this. He said, I considered everything under the sun, and it's all vanity, every bit of it. There is no labor in the grave. So get busy and accomplish what you need to accomplish, and do it now. Because the dead know nothing. You get that, right? And as a tree falls, so shall it lie. That means you're going to be judged in eternity based on what you did for his kingdom. And most of you ain't doing that. You was doing something for it. Now you're only doing it for yourself. You're not doing it for nobody now. So if you don't have to live on community or be in community, then what are you supposed to do? Go back out here and live like the rest of the Americans, Romans, and the Greeks? I suppose that is the way of life, right? That's what Yahshua said, right? Yahshua said, unless a man forsake all that he has, he can in no wise enter into the kingdom of heaven. Yahshua told a rich man, go sell all that you got and give it to the poor. Have y'all done that? Have y'all done that? Huh? I mean, y'all got all these complaints and murmuring for people, but have you done it? Have you done it? Have you done it? See what I mean? And all that believe were together. Y'all scattered. Have you done it? Are you doing it? Are you doing it? That's that book. That's that book. That's that book. Now explain that away. Explain that away. No, you don't have to live. They tell you, no, you don't have to live in a community where you know your neighbors Israelites, but then they go out and rent a home, and then guess what? They live in the heathens community. Man, make it make sense. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. One minute you're a prophetess and you got all this revelation from y'all. Next minute your head is bobbed off. You're wearing skinny jeans, weighing 300 pounds. Huh? Skinny jeans and crop tops and everything else. Make it make sense. How in the world can anybody even take you seriously, even listen to you, when you don't even fit the cultural bill of an Israelite? But we're supposed to be listening to you. That's why ain't nobody listen to you. See right through that foolishness. See, this is a good video right here, man. Y'all need to pass this around. It's a good video. We still kept and maintained the level of holiness, both naturally and spiritually. They're going to keep on doing it. Everywhere I go, people are always talking about how beautiful my Ishas are. Beautiful, beautiful family. And if we go out as a family, they talk about how all of them look beautiful. All of them. Some people are just, I had one woman just walk up to me. Remember, we was at the furniture store? She literally just walked up to me and said, sir, you have a very beautiful family.
She sure did.
Did she not do that?
She did.
And it was all of us out. She knew what we were, what we doing.
She knew.
We doing exactly what the book says do. Am I not a man living by example?
That is the truth.
Am I the head of my house?
Yes, you are.
Am I the head of this particular assembly down here, which Jesus is the head of the church?
Yes. Living the book.
Mm-hmm. Is my house in order?
Hallelujah. Most definitely.
Let some men try to talk like that.
Mm-hmm.
And see what happens. You're going to watch Jezebel buck up like you never seen. And not only Jezebel, but Incubus and Succubus going to show up too.
Yes.
They're going to really gang up on you. Most people ain't what they are. Trying to sell you a song and a dance. I'm going to tell you the acid test is fruit. By their fruit. Fruit, you shall know them. Look, don't pay so much attention to what they say. Peer into their lives and look at what they're doing, and you'll know everything you need to know about everybody. That includes me and every other man and woman and human being that lives on this earth.
Yes.
That is the truth. And that is the true Straitway. I'll give you the final word, baby.
And I just wanted to say that the gifts, they work through love. You know, that's how they operate. And you would see everywhere Pastor Dowell goes, our shepherd is going to deliver the word in love. People will be healed and delivered from demonic oppression, all because his love for Yah's people. And that is one thing that no one that has left this ministry has been able to produce.
That's a fact, isn't it? Testimony's still coming in.
Yes.
Even you got testimony.
Yes. Hallelujah.
Of the healing hand of Yahshua. And he got you good in two areas, didn't he?
Yes, he did.
Man.
He's faithful to those that are doing the work.
I thank the Father for being able to be in a place to be used of him.
Yes.
I'm not bitter. I'm not full of hatred. My life is not lived through somebody else's bitterness. I don't take nobody else's offense on. Don't even think like that, man. Cast down every thought and imagination. You know what I mean?
Yes.
I gotta keep myself in love with y'all just so I can stay close to y'all. They got these sheep right out in the front yard. And there ain't no fence nowhere. You see that? That must be a new kind of country. Did you see that?
I did. It was like
What in the world?
Just right there. Okay.
Wow. They ain't not even concerned them running off or no. They free ranging all right. They're gonna free range out in this highway right here and get hit.
Okay.
You can go get some lamb chops then. Man. But anyway, man, I hope all y'all get edified. Thank you, Straitway Gallatin, for putting up with us and having us up there for this past weekend. We immensely enjoyed ourselves. And congratulations to the 4 graduates, too. Y'all actually did really good, man. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
You know, that's that man shit. You know what I mean? That's that man shit.
Beautiful.
You know, unlike doofus that can't even do 1 push-up. Come on, doofus, make a video, man. Show us 25 good push-ups. Not female push-ups, 25 good ones, man. Gonna give it to us. Imagine, because I'm a senior citizen. You know what I'm saying? I'm a senior. What's wrong with being a senior citizen?
Nothing.
I'm getting ready to collect some more money.
Especially when you was fit and
Well, I'm a
strong.
senior. Yeah, but I mean, he ain't going to sit up there and ask me to do 25 because he know good and damn well I can do 25. Huh? That ain't even an issue. I'm a senior citizen, though. Older than you and better than you in every single way. Glory to the King.
Glory.
In every single way. Glory to the King. Can do more in every single way. Have not wasted my life being a jailbird. Oh yeah, by the way, did y'all go and do my background check? Did y'all go look at my background? Go look, and then go look at Rufus Carswell's background. Rufus Carswell, go look at his background, see what you see. And then see who's been true to you all this time. Go check it out. I challenge y'all to go do it. Rufus Carswell Jr. Go check it out. All right. Anyway, we out. Y'all be blessed. King coming.